¿Cómo están? Soy Alejandro Sánchez de Rientes de la Grieta y hoy estamos con Desmo, head coach de LEVIATAN, que actualmente vienen de su derrota en contra de Energy, el cual deja al equipo en la posición de 2-1. So Desmo, first of all, sorry for the loss of today. We know that the match was very, very close. It was a third map, almost in overtime in the icebox. So could you explain us how do you feel after this loss against Energy?
Um, feel pretty bad because I feel like we could have performed more better, like much better in general as a team if I had prepared us better and if I had had better timeouts today. I think I definitely like missed some things, and I definitely like feel very responsible for a lot of these things going wrong. Um, but I was really happy about Haven. Haven got pretty close, but I was really happy about Haven. I was really happy about the Icebox attack, but I think Lotus I missed, and the Icebox defense, like I have to watch it back because there's just a bunch of stuff going on. So I feel pretty down. Like we could have won this game. That's why I feel down about it. Because it was like could have gone both ways very easily. So these are like the toughest like kind of losses.
Okay, after you have to either way analyze those matches, those plays. So talk about how about the new signed of Mikoya. I think it's all like that. The new assistant coach that is helping you. So could you explain more about how he's helping the team, how he's helping you, this new member of Leviathan?
Yeah. So Cole, I started working with Cole actually one day before our match was allowed, so he's been helping us for a bit. Um, so basically, like a lot of the a lot of the stuff we already have, like strategic wise, and like all that is basically like before he came, and so it's been a
Mm-hmm.
lot about like integrating him into the stuff that we have, and then just him being able to build on stuff on top of the stuff we already have, right? So
Okay.
um, we've been able to do like a lot of stuff together. But he's also been like a huge help in just adding onto the stuff that we already have, right? So it's definitely like a little bit different because he comes so late into the process. Whereas would have definitely been nice like working like through everything with someone, right? So, but it's been good. It's been really good.
Yeah, it's been good to understand that the team is actually looking very good right now compared to the week one where the team was looking not as united as we saw it today. And one of the things that want to make look into is about you having to basically stand in as a head coach because when Itapata was the head coach of Leviathan, then he left, so you have to step in. So how do you feel about this experience of okay, no one is being the coach of Leviathan, so I have to be a coach for them. So how did you feel about the situation, and how did you feel about it now?
In the beginning, I was like, I'd say a little bit nervous about doing it because I have always been very focused on like the strategic part of the job, right? That's like when I was an assistant coach, I basically like full focus on just strategy and improving all of the in-game aspect of things. And I still do like that a lot. That is like my main thing. And I think for especially like for the loud game, I think that's where I learned a huge thing about all of the other like responsibilities um that I need to that all the other things that I need to like prepare the players for, right? So for example, like the loud game, we were not playing up to like any kind of standards that we would normally do in practice, right? So it was a lot about just finding out how I can get my players activated on stage. Um, so that was like a whole new kind of rabbit hole for me to dive into, like uh, understanding the mental side of competing and all of these kind of things. Because it's it's not something that was like natural to me, so I had to go out of my way to like learn it. And we had like a long talk before the game versus MIBR, and just about like what environment we wanted to create for ourselves on stage. And we we had like it was just really good, like what we had on MIBR. And I think today we try to replicate the same thing, but instead of instead of like fully replicating, we got a little bit too, because we want to be like very calm on stage, and I think we got like a little bit too calm. Whereas we want to be energetic. Like you saw like Sato screaming last week. Like that's what we want to be. We want to be very energetic, but also very focused, right? Whereas the first game against Loud, we were like energetic, but also very nervous, right? We try to hide our nerves with energy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing about the players. About Sato, you explain about I guess every member of the town, they are so energetic. They like to scream a lot. They like to be so animated. So yeah, it's a good thing to it's a good thing that a team have that chemistry between teammates. So
Yeah.
talking about yourself, because what are your plans on Leviathan after this season? Because obviously the objective is to qualify for champions for every team. So do you still look to be in a long term part of Leviathan, or do you think that is experience? Because I don't know if this is your first time being a head coach or
It's not my first
no.
time, but it's my first time like on VCT stage, right?
Oh,
There's
well,
there's a lot more to like VCT head coaching than otherwise, because I do think like a big part of it is like stage preparing. Um, so in a sense, it's like my first like real head coach role, like really big head coach role. Uh, so yeah, sorry, what was the question?
no, how did you feel about your future in Leviathan? Because
Oh,
mm,
I
of
mean,
the
if things go well, like I definitely want to stay, right? Like I just want to do what's like best for the team, and what's best for me. And um, if things go well here, I see no reason like to stop what I'm doing, right? But I will always like evaluate like what I see myself. Like if I evaluate that someone is gonna do a better head coach job than me, I don't mind like stepping down again. You know, like it's not that big of a deal for me. I know what I can do, and I know what I can bring, and um, I just want to be like the most valuable uh version of myself.
that's good to hear. Now, I wanted to do two last questions. First of all, I when I saw the Haven comp, I was weirded out because the double duelist comp that is used on Haven is usually the ISO Yoru, but right now Leviathan use the Neon Yoru. Can you explain why the decision?
Um, we just really liked what the Neon brought on defense, especially into this Viper matchup, where it's a lot about like having your duelist being very disruptive and very like fast floating. Just like the Neon fit us better, and it helps us like get on sides a little bit easier on attack. That's basically it. Also, Oki's a very good Neon player. Like we tested it out, and I was like really impressed with how his Neon was. So um, that was also like a way to go in that direction. Yeah. Also, it's like a little bit different. Like everyone has played the Euro ISO comp now, and a lot of people like start to catch on like some common counters and stuff. So also just like to change up things and have a lot of fun with it with the comp. I think that's also very important.
Well,
Well,
I have two last questions. Yeah. Okay, your next game is against Crew, a team that for the left fans is very important because Crew is like the El Clásico game. So, how do
yeah.
you feel about facing Crew for your next match?
I mean, I'm excited because we played against them in like the off-season tournament thing, the Tashinya Sassi one.
Yeah.
But if for me, it's like I want to beat them on in like well, I want to beat him like in a real game, you know, like real VCT's game. I want to beat him on stage, and um, if like I know the fans have like high expectations for that, so I want to like give them the what do you say, like I just want to give them a good experience, you know, and have a good game
Yep.
against them.
Well, I really hope to. I mean, it's going to be an interesting match. I'm pretty sure about that. Well,
Yeah.
that will be everything. Thank you, Desmo, for the interview, and
Yep.
I really wish you luck in your next game and that Leviathan reaches playoffs.
All right.
So,
Thanks so much.
thank you.
Bye bye.